7th PDC title. He has never lost a senior final in PDC darts. Up in Gerwyn Price.
25. He's got
It
one
is
goal
8
and it's over.
and continue his fabulous year. Well, it is a fantastic final in Prospect here in Dublin, the precursor to the World Grand Prix, the couple of Pro Tour events.
137.
We have a couple of players who have been at the top of their game for the majority of 2019 in Gerwyn Price and Christopher Teichke. And there are people
58.
that say that these Pro Tours can lack a little bit in terms of drama. Certainly don't lack in quality, but I tell you what, this pair will not mind. They will provide entertainment. They'll be aggressive. They'll be loud down there. And we could see this pair kind of play a floor final as if it is a stage final.
95.
You would think that plays into Gerwyn Price's hands because when they meet on the stage, typically Gerwyn Price wins. In fact, he's done so 3 times this year. Twice on the Euro Tour, once at the UK
100.
Open. Some convincing wins in there as well. 10-3 at the UK Open, 6-1 in the Dutch Darts Masters. There was a 6-4 in Germany as well. Teichke
104.
did, of course, famously beat the Players' Championship finals in a game that had plenty of needle and both men averaging about 105.
57.
Teichke
25.
has just been given a little bit more breathing space by that mess of a visit from Gerwyn Price.
32.
As it turned out, he needed a little bit of extra space.
59.
Tops it is then. Double 10.
20.
Wow. 3 more misses from the Polish Eagle. The Iceman can strike. Needs treble 18, followed by the bullseye.
92.
I wanted to hit it just so we could be quiet and hear what he did. Will he be silent?
Game shot.
He is. But the Teichke finds double 5, a cagey opening leg. The Teichke eventually stumbling over the line in it.
140.
Well, they have both had their scares today. Gerwyn Price has just come through a real battle with Ryan Joyce, but the big
140.
scare came against Simon Whitlock where he survived 3 match darts, but still produced a moment of brilliance to get himself out of jail, not to face any more match darts, a 144 checkout. That may prove to be even more important in about, 15, 20 minutes time.
99.
We do have the couple of players that have won the last couple of stage titles in the PDC, the last 2 European Tour events. Gerwyn Price retaining his International Darts Open title in Riesa, and Teichke winning on the Rock, the Gibraltar Darts Trophy last Sunday.
120.
Teichke looking actually for the second time in his career to make it back-to-back titles. Rescue act here for Gerwyn Price can be completed on double 16.
Game shot.
Well, sometimes you think if people come through tough games, might take something out of them, but
99.
with Gerwyn Price, you just think, well, it's more fuel for the fire, really. He's fired up. It's often associated with his best
96.
stuff. We've seen Gerwyn produce massive averages when he's not been shouting and roaring, but sometimes it does seem to be the thing that gets him going.
He did go through a little bit of a spell where he was unsure where to go after that punishment for antics at the Grand Slam of Darts, a tournament that saw him win his first major
140.
title. But he quickly realised that I can't afford to change because I play my best darts when I am that aggressive, animated character on the hockey.
Just wants to play his normal game, and his normal game
57.
we have seen over the last 2 years is world class, absolutely world class.
Be yourself. The best piece of advice you can ever offer anyone.
133.
I mean, you could
We-
probably
yeah.
tone it down a
Oh,
little
you
bit.
beat me to that one there, fair play.
Ratajski could rattle in his third 182 of the day. Yes, he's only hit 3. Well, he hasn't. He's only hit 2 because he's not even going
136.
for the maximum.
Well, that's why he's only hit 2. Another? No, that leaves tops.
Wow, good.
Going
Very awesome.
Fabulous stuff. Bullseye, 42 tops, 132 checkout, and the Iceman is certainly firing now.
Ready, shot.
I like that shot from Gerwyn Price. He was not seduced by the temptation to go for another bullseye there. Smart shot, really. Often you see players determined to go for the bull, even when they've kind of blocked it with a dart in the bed. In fact, Price did have a bit of space to work with there.
97.
But he's followed that 132 with his 21st 180, just to contrast the difference in maximum hitting between the pair.
50.
Yeah, there are a number of players today who've hit more maximums than Christoph Ratajski, who went out in round 1. It does not matter. He hits so many 174s, 171s, things like that, 177s.
100.
Tell you what, you're going to see a lot more of Christoph Ratajski in big TV tournaments. I think he's going to do some damage in them. Maybe he'll do some damage here in the City West this week at the World Grand Prix. But
134.
there's some money to be made on Christoph Ratajski under the 180s market.
Now, the pair of them have got very tough openers at the Grand Prix, haven't they? But what a bit of
92.
confidence this is going into it, especially when you consider that their opponents both departed early.
Hang about, he's going to take out 132 in consecutive legs in different ways. Oh, very nearly.
It would have been something in return. The 12 that he's left after 12.
100.
By and large, when Price makes a final, he turns it on. Double 3, confused there.
6.
Yeah, but Ratajski, well, that good job he doesn't throw darts with his left hand because he's just left it dead.
52.
Double 3.
Game shot.
We have a little bit of daylight that's opened up here. Yeah, by and large, Price, when he makes a final, he turns it on. And this year we've seen him average 109, 105. He's been unstoppable
100.
at times. His Grand Slam final performance, for all the controversy, there was some excellent stuff. He played better than Gary Anderson. But he did kind of
99.
collapse against Jose de Sousa, didn't he? In one of his most recent Players' Championship final.
I'm going to ask you a
59.
question now, Dan. If the season was stopping now and this run of TV events was the start of a new season, and you had to nominate a player of the
100.
year in 2019, who would it be? Because this pair have got to be in contention.
They would certainly be in contention. You cannot win those number of titles and not be. But James Wade
100.
would be up there. Michael van Gerwen would obviously be up there. There's been a lot of talk about MVG of late, looking vulnerable. But he still won more titles than anybody else. I think what
174.
we're seeing as Gerwyn Price produces another fabulous scoring visit is that there are more players who can potentially win big titles, Euro Tours or major ones, because they've
100.
got these levels of performance in them.
Still a chance, treble 20. Denied a dart at the ball.
56.
132. The big shot from Price earlier on. Ratajski looking at 142. He's not going to take it out. Gerwyn Price could move 3 clear.
Got the next best prize, Ratajski.
110.
Leaves himself on double 16, but Price, treble 16 for double 12. That bit is done. Double 6 again. And there it is. 4-1. 4 legs on the spin. 2 of them obviously breaks of throw. And Christoph Ratajski, his perfect record in senior PDC finals is under severe threat from a rampant Gerwyn Price.
60.
He is bossing it, bullying his opponent so far in this final. Gerwyn Price strutting around with an air of confidence that he would love to take into the World Grand Prix. He does meet Dave Chisnell in the first round. Chisnell was
140.
beaten in the first round in today's tournament. Glenn Durrant, who meets Christoph Ratajski, knocked out in round 2. Would be
137.
just like Chizzy and Duzza to meet in the final tomorrow, wouldn't it? And then this narrative that we're creating just swings completely the other way. But that is exactly what you were talking about a few
59.
moments ago. There's just a great spread of talent in the PDC, and many players capable of winning not just these titles but the big ones as well.
Well, and how much of that is down to the European tour with players learning to play on big
140.
stages in front of big crowds and bring their floor game into those matches. It is very possible that Gerwyn Price would not be the main champion he is were it not for the European tour. It's very possible that Christoph Ratajski, in fact, definite that Christoph Ratajski wouldn't even be playing PDC darts were it not for the Euro tour. 14 segment. Now the bullseye for Christoph. Not
99.
quite.
Another step towards the title. He's left himself 48. So we'll look at 8. And now the 40.
62.
Well, he had a little look at Ratajski there. Did he hear something? Did he think he heard something? Double 8. Big darts.
9.
The only weakness we've seen from Christoph Ratajski this last fortnight has been double 16 and double 8, and it's usually such a strength for him. Double 10 for Gerwyn Price.
20.
Eludes him.
Well then, the misses unpunished and a break chance represented to Ratajski. Chasing doubles around the board though, and
12.
again he cannot find the finish. Gerwyn Price passed
Shot.
the halfway stage in this final and could be cruising towards a victory. And you mentioned that he's usually very good in finals. He might perhaps have the bit between his teeth because he was substandard in his last
119.
floor final against Jose de Souza, and he was beaten 8-1 by Portugal's premier player.
Well, the Celsa just looked to break his
140.
spirit, didn't he? And you just looked like he had nothing left to give. Gerwyn Price looks like he wants to dish out similar treatment to somebody else.
134.
I think he will know that this man is a potential rival. Well, he is a rival in potentially some big tournaments coming up. And this would be a big psychological blow to be the first person to beat Christoph Ratajski in a senior PDC final. He did lose one on the Challenge Tour to Super Ted Evans,
96.
but that's it.
This would be superb timing. from Price.
139.
Even 139 piles the pressure on this. It's not going to go. Gerwyn Price cruising
57.
towards an 8th PDC title right now.
Single 17. Leaves double top.
Game
And this
shot.
time it is found a 12 darter for Gerwyn Price to break throw once more. And surely from this position, with 6 consecutive legs won by the Iceman, even the Polish Eagle and his incredible winning run with his perfect
59.
record in senior PDC finals, even he cannot turn it around from here. Can he?
137. 45.
Such is the level of consistency and high quality performance on the Pro Tour this year. This pair were
96.
actually seeded 2nd and 4th before this tournament started. Ian White, the number 1 seed, was actually beaten in the first round.
57.
Maybe seeing Michael van Gerwen tomorrow. For those of you who are planning on tuning in, he is in the original entries list.
Well, it kind of bears out the point we're making about the strength in depth of talent there, how there's world-class performers. Paul Nicholson always used to call these tournaments the hardest Pro Tours to win because all the big names are here ahead of the World Grand Prix. Well, today we have 12 players withdraw. And yet, we've got the number 2 and the number 4 seed throwing big numbers, playing world-class stuff. World-class stuff. World-class finish from Krzysztof Ratajski. Stops the rock with a 170. It's only his second leg, but could it be the start of something special?
Swoop from the Polish Eagle to pick up the big fish. Is it the start of something? He hasn't followed it up with anything much.
100.
Just trying to calm himself down. Ratajski in the background there. Saw a wave of the hands. Just gather yourself, Krzysztof.
140.
Needs to gather another 6 legs if he's going to maintain that perfect record in finals.
Krzysztof
125.
Ratajski has not been beyond the last 16 of any big TV tournament, and yet he's been so good. He's up to 23 in the world. Imagine where he's going to be if he has a good Grand Prix or a Slam or a World Championship.
So the Pro Tour Order of Merit is a 1-year rolling Order of Merit system based on these Pro Tour events, which are the Players' Championships and the European Tour. And there are only, 7 men that have over £100,000 on it. And these
138.
are high up in it. 5th and 3rd. And with White losing in the first round today,
135.
has the potential to close the gap. Although, Ratajski is closing the gap in this final. Or is he? Or is he? He is.
15 dart hold, backs up that break for Krzysztof Ratajski. Price needs to find a big leg
105.
just to assert himself again in this one. You cannot rely on Krzysztof Ratajski going off the boil for a leg or two because we know Krzysztof Ratajski has thrown in the 96, 97 average all year in everything. It is astonishing levels of consistency. That puts him on a par with the likes of Glenn Durham. He's not that far behind Gerwyn Price himself, who's averaging 98 for the year.
Yeah, for the tournament, Price is around his yearly average.
100.
Ratajski is actually higher for today, 99.25 going into this final. Shows the standard, the relentlessness, the ruthlessness of Ratajski.
138.
We mentioned, we had a little chuckle earlier on, he's only managed 2 180s, a tally which he hasn't added to yet in this final. But he's still managed to post
100.
near a 3-figure average across 6 matches.
He's going the 14s routes. Now it's double 11.
102.
Well, he's had the 170. How big would this be? Not going to happen. Price has a choice to make here.
97.
Does he attack? Does he split?
He attacks. 2 attacking. Double 4.
18.
And Gerwyn Price, he might find himself in some danger here.
Krzysztof Ratajski was way back, but now he is right in the rear view mirror of Gerwyn Price. The deficit reduced to just a couple of legs, and Ratajski throwing to reduce it even further.
84.
If this was last year, before we extended the format, like we did in the European Tour, Price would have chalked up the title, won it 6-1, with an average over 100, and we'd all be patting him on the back right now saying, fabulous day, Gezi. But the slightly extended format just allows for things like this to happen. Remember Dave Chisnell Glen Durrant, the very first weekend of the year? Chizzy was romping it. And then Duzza, who hit a 170, battled all the way back and nearly turned it round.
We've got a big major tournament around the corner in this very
96.
complex, yet very conceivable that the players in this final might not play as many legs in that as they have in this
43.
single match.
Ratajski. Fair play, because he's not given up at all, has he, in this game? He's
80.
kept on working, kept on grafting and grinding. He did this early on against Rob Cross, the only man to force a last leg decider with Christoph Ratajski.
140.
Well, his eyes were fixed on every single dart that Price threw there. He can't force an opportunity to finish in that visit. He has to rely on Price. Missing here. Big moment. There's going to be one dart at his favourite double.
6.
And again, Gerwin
Come
Price
on.
has just clipped the wire and missed a chance to really tighten his squeeze on this final.
Double eights. Double four, round the board we go. Christoph Ratajski has cut the gap to 1.
Oh, God.
Well, we were blessed by a incredible final last time out in the Players' Championship
140.
Series with Ian White and Mensur Suljovic going to a last leg decider. We might get another one, but a very different kind of a match.
140.
It was quite remarkable, that one. Ian White's producing a 9-darter, averaging about 109 in defeat to Mensur
96.
Suljovic, who boldly claimed that he was going to go on and win the World Championship. Well, Ratajski hammered him in the semi-finals.
100.
Mensur also said that among the best players in the world this year, Ian White, himself, Peter Wright, and Gerwin Price.
85.
85 off, not enough to leave a finish. Ratajski has an opportunity to leave one, but that hurts him. And he's not going to do it. And Price, 140. That is the number going round his head right now, over and over. Ton 40, ton 40, ton 40. He's not going to get it. He only gets 60.
I 180 would put the cat among the pigeons. He
100.
picks his moments, doesn't he? That is his third of the day. Remarkable from Ratajski. Now that's tricky. He could have thought about a couple of balls here. He's persevering, and perhaps he should have looked at the bullseye.
88.
He's thrown 3 180s all day, but that one in the final might just help him level. Double 9. Oh, it's the Poles' turn to roar. And Gerwin Price punches that desk in frustration at the back of the Giganti booth there, told to calm down by the marker. I mean, look, he's done it after the leg's been called. He's not trying to distract his opponent, but evidently Price is fuming.
Starting drama here in Dublin. We don't have to wait for the bright lights and the big stage to get it
99.
boiling over. In one of these floor events, and Gerwin Price has been reeled back in by Christoph Ratajski, who, let's not forget, trailed this match 6-1. He's won 5 consecutive legs, and now, well, he's the master of his own destiny in this final. He has the darts,
140.
2 of the last 3 legs.
Just a ton 40, a little pause there. I wasn't sure.
He was ready to roll, wasn't he? And then he saw it wasn't the 180 and thought, oh, better not.
Well, it's not stopped him before.
Another?
135.
Christoph Ratajski might be about to go into the lead for the first time since he was pegged back at 1 all.
136.
Well, all sorts could happen in this next exchange. Is it 127 and effectively the game? The ball missed,
91.
and now Price has a chance to hit back with a 170.
but he won't, and Ratajski leaves the 36. What a miss that turned out to be. Double 18. The Polish Eagle to go 7-6 up. He's missed by miles.
18.
And he's missed again.
Well, Price will look at 18s here. Well, he switched and he adjusted too far, which means Ratajski will have the chance to lead this final for the first time since the first leg.
Double 9 is there. And Krzysztof Ratajski, who lost 6 legs in a row, has just won 6 in a row against the world number 6.
140.
And the perfect record in senior PDC finals. It may well continue from the most unlikely of positions.
85. 100.
We have seen some quite incredible matches on the Pro Tour in 2019. We've seen
97.
some dramatic finals, but I'm not sure we've seen a great escape of this magnitude.
It's not completed yet.
140.
And if Price can just find a way of stopping the rot, then maybe he could turn it round in a last leg decider. Both men have had their little bits of fortune along the way to get here.
99.
Double 7. Double top. 7-7.
Oh, wow. Now, he's walked straight past him there. Ratajski, well, he's got a smirk on his face, which suggests that he thinks the whole thing is hilarious. Gerwyn Price is either so in the zone or just does not want to be friends.
What do you make of that? I love it.
100.
You don't have to be everybody's best mates.
100.
I mean, he's punched everything else down there, Gerwyn Price, except his opponent's fist.
$140.
Clashes of styles, clashes of characters. That's what makes sport. And we could not have two more different characters here.
95.
But what a contest.
It is a real fight of the final, isn't it? And it's gone right down to the final round. Who can land the knockout blow?
100.
Ratajski is first to a checkout.
Should look at the ball.
133.
And a mistake of the maths could cost Gerwyn Price here.
There will be no showboating from Ratajski. He's not going to play that game. No going for big bullseye checkouts to win it. He just wants to get to a double that he likes.
99.
Has never lost a final in the PDC. Played 6 of them, won 6 of them. Is he about to make it 7 out of 7?
46.
He's missed the chance to do so.
Did Gerwyn Price think he was going to get this opportunity? Now that he's got it, can he take it?
Double top. And Price
And the man.
picks up another title, takes his tally to 8. It was a little bit frosty down there from the Iceman, but he roars loudest in the end. Gerwyn Price defeats Krzysztof Ratajski 8-7, inflicts the Pole's first ever defeat in a PDC final. Gerwyn Price, well, it was a little bit frosty, wasn't it? A little bit tasty down there. Both players seem to have departed the scene, and I'm not quite sure whether we are going to get an interview or not. So I'll sign off by saying Gerwyn Price defeats Krzysztof Ratajski 8-7 and wins Players' Championship 27. We may or may not hear from him, but we will be back tomorrow with PC 28. Many of the big names back in action, and Michael van Gerwen could well be part of the tournament, but Gerwyn Price will be looking for a double here in Dublin.